So let's talk about how do you decide between all of the targeting options, which one is better for you, which one's better for your ads, and what do all of the targeting options actually mean? So I'm going to cover all of that in this video, and how do you actually decide which ones you should use for your advertising. So stay tuned. Hi, my name's Andrew, and I run a digital marketing agency that helps real estate teams, team leaders, selling brokers, and top producers scale their business by not spending time on their marketing, and we take care of their marketing for them and actually help them drive results and build their brand online at scale so they can spend more time with clients, building their team, and focus on what they do best, not focus on setting up ads or all this crazy stuff. So I'm gonna talk about, there are so many different targeting options when it comes to YouTube. So how do you decide between which one you should use, which one's best for what? How do you kind of differentiate between all of the targeting options that are available to you and decide which one's better for the ads that you're trying to run? When it comes to real estate, it's not the same as running something on like e-commerce or where you have a direct to result or direct to purchase. You can really focus on that. The only real conversion that we have in real estate is a lead. And besides that, it's kind of going more long-term, long tail when it comes to your advertising. So it's a little bit harder to kind of maneuver which one works best. So with all of the targeting options that are available, the first thing to think about is who is your ideal client? Who are you looking to target? Because YouTube is not like Facebook. Facebook, you cannot even target who you actually want to target. The ad, the copy, the creative, sure, you can hope that gets in front of the right people and you can hope that it attracts the right people, but you can't actually target that. On YouTube, you can actually target who you want to target. If you want to target income, if you want to target certain cities, if you want to really focus on like an area, like a neighborhood, or if you don't want to go 50 miles wide, like on Facebook, or you actually want people to have the intent and the behavior around selling their house, moving, buying a house, relocating, whatever, or other life events, or just being in the market for actually buying or selling real estate, that's something you could do on YouTube. So the first thing you have to think about is who is your ideal client? Who is the right person to see this ad? And the thing about a YouTube ad is that you have to realize when it comes to advertising, when you speak to everyone, you're really speaking to no one. And it's very common, definitely in real estate and other service-based businesses, for people to think that they want to work with anyone, everyone, and they have all types of clients. But I can almost guarantee you, if you go back and look at the past 1 to 2 years of all the clients that you worked with, you can figure out, not just like, I'm not talking about like area or demographics or all of that. I'm talking about more psychographics. So who are they? Where are they moving from? Where are they moving to? Why are they moving from it? And why are they moving to it? Are they moving because they're moving from renting and being a first-time home buyer? Are they moving out of the area? Are they looking to finally move up into that second house? They need to sell their house. The first house was great, but it was small. It was a first-time buyer house. It wasn't really where they want to raise their kids. It wasn't in the right neighborhood, the right school district. It wasn't big enough for them really to build that family. So who are they? Are they looking to move to the area because it's a more of a second home? It's more of a place that people relocate and really kind of, it's more of like a beach area or where people kind of retire. You have to really get in the mind of who you're looking to target because you speak to them differently. If you target them on YouTube and you try to go mass targeting, you're gonna be spending a lot of money because you're not gonna be targeting the right people, and your video will not resonate with the people you actually wanna target. When you get very granular and you understand who your ideal client is, who you're creating that video actually for, you're able to say things. If you have too much space, or if you need more space, or if you're looking to be in a better neighborhood, you're able to say those trigger things that resonate with the person. And then you can target that person on YouTube, and you're gonna spend your money more efficiently, you're gonna attract the right client, and you're actually gonna work with who you wanna work with, rather than maybe you don't wanna sell $200,000 homes. Maybe you wanna sell $500,000 homes, whatever. But this all starts with understanding who are you targeting, and then understanding that person. Where are they now? Where are they looking to go? Why are they moving from where they're moving, and why are they moving to where they are moving? Understanding that, and then of course you can go into like, what are the pains and problems that they're having? What is their future vision for their house? What are their goals? What are some like unmet needs of their current house? What are some expectations, some concerns, disappointments? You can go into all that psychological stuff, but at least when you understand the who, then you can spend better time with your video and the targeting the right person. So that's the first most important thing that I have to stress, is understanding that at a very deep, granular, psychological level, so that you put your ad in front of the right person. When it comes to targeting on YouTube, you have the who and you have the where. Now, the who is demographics are going away, so I'm not gonna really even talk about that. But the who is psychologically, who is that person? Who is that person? Like, what do they like? How old are they? All of that stuff. Well, we'll go into that in a second and how that translates into the actual targeting. But when it comes to going through the targeting, the first level is of course demographics, which are going away. You have income level, which when it comes to, for example, income level, this is important for like even age. If you're doing it right now, it's gonna be gone soon. But income, you can target top 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, all that. What some people will make the mistake of is getting rid of that unknown area. And if you get rid of that unknown, the thing is what if the person's not logged in? What if Google just doesn't have the data? They're on a different platform, they're on a different device, they're on a private browser. Then you're literally shooting yourself in the foot, because you're getting rid of 50%, if not more, of the right people. So you want to at least leave that, but then you can go through and you can choose the income, and you can choose the location. That's the best thing about when it comes to YouTube, is you can really choose the location, where you want to target. You can choose the areas that you're actually looking to get clients from. And then of course you can choose the device, which you should take off TV, because if someone's watching a TV, they're not gonna watch an ad, let alone click. They can't click on the ad on their TV, so you have to get rid of that. So then you move into the actual targeting of keywords, placements, topics, and all that. So let's kind of dive into that, and how do you maneuver between all of those options there. At the very top, you have the retargeting of your website, the retargeting of your YouTube channel, and your videos. So why is that kind of at the top? Because they already have that brand awareness. They already kind of know who you are. So you already have that level of trust. That's why they're at the top. And they're a little more likely to convert when it comes to your cold audience. So they're a little more warm, a little more hot when it comes to audience targeting. Now, the next level below that is like your video channels and your placements. So where is this ad getting in front of? Now, the problem with placements is that it's okay. You can put it in front of certain videos or certain channels. That's not scalable, and it's very hard to find that. Definitely in real estate. So in real estate, the person who goes onto YouTube may not even be searching anything about real estate. So you don't necessarily want to narrow yourself down just to placements. Now you can, and you're gonna have to really get specific and really get in the underlying thoughts of, okay, who are you targeting? But that's kind of that next level of why it's close to the website, because you're actually being very granular on who you're targeting, very narrow, but there's a trade-off with that. You might not spend your whole budget, you can't scale it, it might not be the right people that you're looking for. So the next level below that, the video channels and the placements, you have your keywords. And these are keywords that people search on YouTube. So now you can go in and you can put a custom intent of the keywords of people who search on Google. But when it comes to keywords, that's a more scalable, better avenue than just placements or like topics or video channels, for example. So when it comes to keywords, you can choose people who are typing in the keywords of how to sell my house, how to buy a house. You can choose area-based keywords. You can choose moving-based keywords, buying, selling, home values, all of these different keywords that you can do. You have to do research on using like TubeBuddy, Keywords Everywhere, or tools like that. But that's that next level of you're being very targeted on who you're targeting, and they have the intent and the behavior around the ad that you're looking to serve them. And that's a good place for most people in real estate to start at, is keywords. Because one, yes, is a smaller audience, but you're being very specific and very targeted on who you're actually putting the ad in front of. So for example, if you're doing lead generation around sellers or buyers, then you can make sure it's around people who have the intent around buying or selling. So that's a great place for most people to start when it comes to targeting, is the actual keywords that the ad's getting served up to. Now, the next level beyond that is custom intent. And what custom intent is kind of similar to in-market or like life events, if people have the intent around something. So I'm gonna talk about how Google differentiates between intent and affinity. Affinity is like, let's say someone loves dogs and they go on YouTube almost every single month. They go on Google and they're searching dogs. And they're searching for like, not just months, but like a year, 2 years. So they have this affinity and interest around dogs. Now, when it comes to real estate, people may search for 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, but people do not search real estate for 5 years straight or 3 years straight sometimes. What happens is Google says intent as this person has not done this behavior or intent before, or they just started doing it, or they went from not doing it to doing it, basically. And that's what real estate is. People went from not thinking about buying, not thinking about selling, not thinking about moving, whatever, to thinking about moving, thinking about buying, selling, investing, whatever. So that's why intent and custom intent are great audiences, because those are people who are actually in the market. They have the life events, they have the intent and the behavior around moving, around buying or selling. And that's that next level of targeting where you can actually target the right people who you actually want to get in front of. After that, you have kind of the topics. That's the next level of, it's okay, but it's not that great, it's not that scalable. Keywords are better, in-market, life events, custom intent, all of those are a lot better than topics. The next level after that is similar audiences. So this is kind of like lookalike audiences, but not as good as Facebook lookalike audiences. I don't recommend it in most cases for most people in real estate. So it's just basically like a lookalike audience. Now, the next level is affinity, and I talked about this at the beginning, or custom affinity. These are things that people just do all the time. They have interest, they love it. So that's why affinity is not that great, definitely not in real estate, because just because someone loves real estate or has been searching it for a while, that person might be a realtor or they might be in the staging business or in the construction or whatever. So when it comes to real estate, Affinity is not as good as the intent and the behavior around actually moving or buying or selling. So that's why it's one of the lowest on the ladder when it comes to your targeting options. So how do you kind of wrap this up into the levels of targeting? Well, at the top, you have your branded keywords like Zillow, you have your real estate name or your city name, and you have these branded keywords. Then you have your website visitors, the subscribers, people who have been to your website, people who have been to your YouTube channel. That is a more warm audience. People who search Zillow, whatever, or area, homes for sale, or whatever, that's more warm to the problem that they want to solve. They want to solve buying, they want to solve the problem of selling. Now below that, you have your keywords, your custom intent, the in-market and the life event audiences, and those are gonna be your next level targeting options that allow you to go a little more broad, a little more scalable, and really target who you want to actually target. So that's the way to kind of think about all of the targeting options and how to kind of walk through and decide which ones you should use for your campaigns that you're running. So hope that was helpful. Like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. If you want to see more videos about videos, marketing, about YouTube, about advertising, about social media, digital advertising, or just want to learn digital marketing in general, subscribe for more content, like the video so more people can see it if you thought it was valuable. And let me know below what questions you have, what this helped you kind of go through your head and decide, okay, how does the targeting work? How do you actually decide it? So let me know below how this may have changed your perspective or may have brought to light something that you didn't know. Or let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.